Hey everybody, it's John King. It is September 30th, the end of the third quarter. Man, has it been a crazy year. So I am sending this weekly video out to realtors and also to consumers, past clients, future clients. I speak to a lot of different audiences with this video, and I want to make sure it's valuable and pertinent to everybody. I've got a comment though that I want to make to realtors, but it really is important for consumers to hear as well. And that is, do you believe in your product right now? Do you? Like, let's be real. Housing prices are up. Inflation is out of control. Interest rates are skyrocketing. There's a drop in housing prices that's happening right now. Do you believe this is a good time to buy? There are 100 reasons why this is a horrible time to buy. But if you really sit down and think about it, if you don't believe it's a good time to buy, you shouldn't be selling real estate. And that's not a threat. It's a fact. Now, I'm not telling you it's a good time to buy because it's always a good time to buy. I'm telling you, look for the opportunity for who it's a good time to buy for right now. If you've got somebody who's thinking about buying a house that knows they're going to move in 2 years, that might not be a good time for them to buy because we don't know where prices are going to go in the next 2 years. But don't fail that person by just glossing over the fact that, hey, you're going to have to pay rent if you don't buy. There's always an opportunity cost. There's always money you're spending. So if you're a consumer listening to this, think about that yourself. You say, oh my gosh, it's a bad time to buy. My uncle says it's a bad time to buy. I don't care what it is. What are you going to do if you don't buy? And if you look at the cost you're losing, the money you're losing by not being a homeowner. I did a video last week. You'll see the link down below or over here in the playlist. And I talked about what are the financial benefits of being a homeowner. And I go through the 3 financial benefits of being a homeowner. It's critical when you look at that to say, you know what, appreciation, home values going up or down, that's only one of the 3 components that are huge financial values of being a homeowner. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of people that right now is absolutely the best time to buy. Now, I know I've been saying for a long time that first-time home buyers who need seller credits and low down payment, it's a great time for them to buy, and it is. I've been saying for a long time, people who have a home to sell and to buy, it's a great time to buy, and it is. But I'm adding a couple of categories here. Here's the truth. Things are looking shaky in some areas of the economy. And for certain businesses, this recession that's coming up could make your profitability look a lot lower. And it can harm your ability to qualify for a mortgage. I actually talked to 2 people in the last 2 weeks who are self-employed who said, John, I need to buy right now because once we get into 2023, I'm afraid my profit is not going to look as good as it has. If you're in the mortgage industry, if you're in the real estate industry, if you're in any related industry, title and escrow, home warranty, winter is coming for us. So if you're in one of those industries, now would be the time to buy because now is the time you're going to qualify. Now, don't buy something if you think you're going to lose your job. Don't buy something if you think that you won't be able to afford your payment. But the truth is, in a lot of circumstances, your qualification is very, very different than what you can really afford to spend. And so if you know you can afford to make the monthly payment, but you're worried that, hey, this market, the economy, the way things are going, it might put me in a position where on paper I won't qualify. That makes now the right time for you to buy. So when we look at all the volatility, one of the other videos you'll see either in the link down below or in the playlist to your right is the video I did that I call my fireside chat. And I recorded it. It's about 10 minutes long. It's on Tuesday night. The truth is, it's a lot of very frank conversations about the challenges that are going on in real estate and mortgage right now. Things are rough and they're going to get worse. And I'm not talking about the housing market. I think the housing market, obviously the number of transactions is shrinking. That creates opportunity for those that are willing to take a chance in a scary, fearful time for everybody else who's paralyzed and is waiting. But the deal is the industry that I'm in, the industry that realtors are in, and all the related people, we're heading into winter. And it's our time. I don't know how else to say that. And I don't mean that disrespectfully or with a lack of care or concern. But let's think back 2 years. And if we think back to when the pandemic first hit, most people in most industries were hurt pretty badly when it comes to their income, when it comes to their industry, their revenue, their profitability, their paychecks. Think about people who owned restaurants. Think about people who worked in restaurants. They were decimated for a year, and now things are coming back for them. Well, guess what? In our industry, things were amazing. We got a little bit scared there, right, when COVID first happened, but Fed jumped in. They lowered interest rates, lit a wildfire is probably a bad term because there's some fires have been going on, but they've lit the fuse to make the housing market explode in 2020 and 2021. Best years ever in my industry, best years ever in my career. And now it's our time. Now it's our winter. And what a lot of people think about, and I'm speaking to anybody who's going through a hard time, whether you went through a hard time before, or you're going through a hard time now, or you're going through a hard time in the future. In life, I'm gonna give you two thoughts. First of all, in life, you're either in a storm, you're coming out of a storm, or you're about to go into a storm. So if you're not in a storm right now and you didn't just come out of a storm, the truth is you're about to go into one. How soon? Who knows? But storms are a cycle. Storms happen on a regular basis. We have to just accept that. Unfortunately, people in Florida on the East Coast are literally dealing with storms right now. They know it happens every single year. It's a cycle. Economic storms are a cycle. But the other thing I'll tell you is, for those of us in this industry who can stick it out, for those of us in this industry who understand that of a 30-year career in real estate, a 30-year career in mortgage or title and escrow, and you might have, 2 really bad years, 3 really bad years, you have 6 or 7 average years and 20 great years. I'd take that all day long. Sign me up. But you got to make it to the other side. You've got to endure. You have to outlast. You have to figure out a way to find your niche. And if you're not in a related industry, know that when your storm comes, find your niche, batten down your hatches, and figure out a way to weather the storm and find a way to make it through. And a big part of that has to do with, when things are really good, you kick a little bit of dirt into the gully. When you're at the top of the mountain, kick a little bit of dirt down into the valley to make sure that you don't drop as far. That means save some money. Put some nuts away for winter time if you're a chipmunk. You want to make sure that you're prepared for the storm that is coming in your life. And make sure that you are having good people around you that can help you to endure that storm, because having the right people by your side will make a world of difference. Positive influence and focused on what you can control, not what you can't control. The serenity prayer comes to mind for me is, you've got to recognize the things that you can control versus the things you cannot control. Learn the difference and accept the things you cannot control, and have the ability to change the things that you can. So I hope that all of you have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Please reach out if you have any questions about anything. If you're looking to buy a home, now is an amazing time to do it, and I'll explain to you why. Give me a holler. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.